Okay, doing a little workout, so bear with me, but checking my news updates and read some BS that Eric Holder has okayed drone strikes on the Bundy Ranch. Now, forget all the controversy about the Bundy Ranch and them being called domestic terrorists and all that. Let's think about our government. Are you kidding me? You even would fathom anything of this nature with all the crime that goes on in the United States, illegals crossing the border and all this stuff. You got to, and you guys really need to dig deep on the real story of what's going on out there at the Bundy Ranch. And I'm not going to get into that. I'll leave that up to you. But the facts that are being reported, of course, are far off base from the actual truth. And I've shared several videos, that state just that. But the bottom line is, you've got a rancher out there, one left of, I think, 53 in the county. We already know that Harry Reid and his sons and son-in-law and all the corruption out there, are in bed with the Chinese trying to get the land for, money making, excuse me, for their own deal. So is all this to incite and make, panic at the Bundy Ranch and get the militia out there? And there are plenty of Americans that will go out there, as they have already been. And you just got to wonder, with the government being the way it is right now. Let me flip this way. If they're not trying to come up and instigate something that's going to make everybody on the right look weird and whacked out and gun ready, and I mean, this administration has been by far polluted with more corruption than any administration in history, probably all combined. And our forefathers are probably rolling over in their grave. But you got guys that are willing to go out there and help defend and do security. And by God, if I had the means to do so, my ass would be out there helping as well. Unfortunately, for the Bundys, people like me, we have our families to take care of here at home, and a job that I would be without if I were to go out there. But regardless of whatever the cause, we'll say, that the government has, this is ludicrous. I mean, to even mention a drone strike on Americans, trying to make a living. If you really dig deep, you'll see the Bundys are hardworking Americans. They've tried to paint this man and his family as everything from racist, by distorting his comments about blacks. And I agree with what I saw, the complete interview. He's saying that, blacks have fell to the government, and the government have made them slaves and enslaved them, basically. And that's true with anybody that's stuck on welfare, whether they're black, white, green, or pink. It doesn't matter. If you are not going to get out and take care of yourself and rely on the government, you're a slave to the government. It's unacceptable. We're Americans. There are jobs out there every day. God forbid I were to lose my job, one of three. If I did, though, you can bet your bottom dollar my family would not go without because of it. I would be out there finding a job. It's not going to happen. I'm not saying that everyone without a job is not trying. Maybe they're not trying to the best of their ability, and why should they? Because the government makes it easy. I have a personal friend of mine that blew my mind. He rode the government train for a year and a half. A year and a half! How the hell do you do that? I don't get it. But back to the drone strike. How can you even fathom, my mind can't even comprehend that we would even announce any possibility. I mean, I couldn't get over the fact that they sent contractors and military and everybody in there over this property. I mean, for that to even be gotten away with is absurd. Folks, you need to pay attention to what's going on in this country. And I know that I say it all the time, but we have got to stand together. Democrat, Republican, yes, I am a conservative Republican, and I don't know very many Democrats that are not crazy on the liberal side. And that's the only way I can describe it. And for you that I've offended, well, you need to take note and think about it. If everything you said was the way you think it should be, in rose-colored glasses and no guns and no crimes, I guess we'd be in fairyland with unicorns. That's not the case. The Bundys are out there trying to raise cattle. They're free-range cattle. This land has been there for, generation after generation. There's so much behind this, and yet the government always tries to cover it up. You know, the Obama administration has been hugely great at putting cover-up stories out there when they want to hide what the reality is of what they're doing. You know, just like now with the educational system, you know, wanting to talk about, you know, in California pushing what Obama's, I forget what they call it now, I'm so frustrated, you know, about the significance of him being a black president. Hello, America, guess what? He's not freaking black. He's mixed. He's half black, he's half white. So what difference does it make? His significance as being president is he made Jimmy Carter look good. Jimmy Carter was a white president. Duh. In my opinion, the worst president we've ever had. Hell, I'll take Nixon over Carter. I mean, come on, people. You know, it's not about being racist or prejudiced. I'm sick and tired of hearing everything being black and white. Here's the deal. You're either an American or you're not. I don't give a damn what color you are. Okay? It doesn't matter. If you are a United States citizen, you pledge allegiance to this country, one nation under God. End of story. Okay? You don't believe in God? Hey, that's your beef. That's a small percentage. And again, I'm not even going to get off on that tangent. Let me stick to what I'm talking about at hand. This drone strike crap, guys. We have got to stand together and let our government know this is not going to happen. And I guarantee you this is something else to help divert the controversy away from what is actually going on. That being Harry Reid and his son and all this stuff. Okay, if you want to focus news, media, and attention, that's where it should be done. Not on the Bundys out there trying to deal with cattle. I mean, let's face it, in all facts and actualities, that is a court legal issue. So since when do you get in a lawsuit and wind up drone striking somebody? Or better yet, even just showing up at their doorsteps with guns? Okay, this is a legal matter. And until it's settled in court, final say, settled in court, I mean, what can be done? I mean, this is, you know, supposed to be the land of the free where you're innocent until proven guilty. Okay? Damn murderers get away with it all the time. Murderers walk free all the time. This man is out there raising cattle. Everybody went, well, he's been doing it free and illegally and immorally. You know what? You don't have all your facts. Get all your facts together and then start saying that. Okay? Yeah, he admits he hasn't paid, but he's tried to pay. Why didn't he pay? Because the BLM did not manage the land. Because the BLM didn't manage the land for years. Let ranchers go under because they didn't manage the land. Their cattle didn't have anything to feed off of because they didn't manage the land for the money they were being paid. So what do? They go in and buy this land for pennies on the dollar. Ranchers are out of business. This is the last ranch standing out there, guys. There's a reason for that. Get your head out of the sand, okay, and figure it out. Why is he the last rancher? If that